Hey everybody, welcome back to another edition of Survival Minecraft with JPT. I'm JPT, of course, and well, as you may notice, we're not using this John Smith texture pack. We will get back to that very shortly. I just wanted to show you what the old homestead looks like in vanilla. Obviously, I used the Legacy texture pack, the John Smith Legacy texture pack, because I like it. And this is a series that I wanted to use it in, and we'll keep using it in that series, or this series, you know, because that's what you're watching. But again, I just wanted to show you sort of how things look in the texture pack, and you know, I kind of like it. I kind of like it. I'm not overly disappointed in the way it looks. Sorry. There we go. Climbing jungle trees, not quite my thing. I'm not quite the Tarzan I'd like to be just yet, so something to work on in this series. But yeah, I don't think, you know, it looks too bad. Vanilla Minecraft, you know, always the old staple. But again, it's not necessarily what I want to use in this series, but I just wanted to give you a visual on that. So give me 1 second. I'm going to change the texture pack back over, and we'll continue on. And there we go, back to the old texture pack. So in the last episode, we worked on the sky bridge over to the other jungle tree, and you know what? We're going to keep on working on that. So here is what we got done in the last episode. Did a 3x3 and kept the old 2x2 going on up. You know, we might want to expand this to be 3x3. Something I started thinking about, and you know, I'm kind of wanting to keep this going. So perhaps we'll keep on going up. I don't think a lot. Just in case you needed to know, I want to close one of these off and dig up and make one of these a ladder, so that we can keep going up, which is why I think I want to make the rest of this 3x3, because I think I want to put a bit of a house up there. And I haven't actually looked at it. I just logged back onto Minecraft just now, so you're kind of in the same boat that I am, and we'll climb up on the roof and take a look, because I'm awfully curious about where I want to put a house. So let's see here. If I put a house, say, right there, it's going to be kind of right where the roof is, and I wanted there to be at least some variety in heights. I climb that tree quite often, so perhaps we need to build over that way, and then we can have a house way up there, maybe even use the whatever these are called, jungle leaves, as perhaps like a rooftop. I think that's maybe a pretty cool idea that we can use on that. So I think that tree's, you know, we've got plans for it, and I really haven't climbed any of these trees over there. That tree right there looks pretty interesting, and it's trying to render, I think, a cliff with a tree on it over there. It's hard to tell. Obviously things are kind of popping up as the sun goes down, which is kind of interesting. Looks like there's stuff way up there, and even there's one way up there. I think the idea for this series, and you know, I just started it and I said I'm going to stick to this texture pack and I'm just going to build stuff. And of course I call it Survival Minecraft, and well, as you can see, I'm doing okay for myself. I'm surviving quite easily. I put a lot of torches around this desert area where it seems like a lot of creatures like to spawn in. Just about right there is where I get most of my encounters if I travel that direction. Really don't run into too many things over here unless I go into a cave. So I'm not quite sort of living the title, I think, of this series. So I think what I want to do with this series is I want to build a serious homestead here and then travel, just go all over the map. Just remember where I came from and just travel all this map and kind of do that with you guys. Have some fun, encounter all sorts of different creatures, and build different kinds of houses all over the map. Just like vacation homes, maybe. That's, I think, what I want to do with this series. I started thinking about it, and I think this is what I want to do with this series. So, or is the sun coming up? The sun is coming. Yes, the sun is coming up, not going down, which is whatever. I forgot the sun. That's actually should be easy to remember. Sun comes up in the jungle, sun sets in the desert. I should be able to remember that, but I seem to not be able to do that. But I think that's what I want to do with this series. I want to go all over the map and just sort of, you know, iron up, gold up, whatever I decide to do, you know, take tools and reestablish houses over and over and over and over. I think that would be a lot of fun with this series, because I'm actually thinking about starting another series, which is of course inspired by a number of other LPers, and perhaps by the time you see this video, that video will be up as well. I have just sort of a hankering to do another kind of series on top of this, as well as my series that I do with Andy on his server. And yeah, so I think that's sort of my game plan for my Minecraft series. I'm also looking into doing some other kind of series in terms of other games. I haven't quite got my heart set on other things. I'm thinking about doing some Prison Architect. If you guys think that's something that you would like to watch me do, by all means let me know, and I'll shell out the money for it once I get back from my trip. I've been saving up some money because Andy and I are actually going to South by Southwest to cover a lot of the film coverage for the IU Cinema. And so when you know, once we get that done, I'll be able to sort of get a number of funds back into the old bank account, and hopefully use them for series like this. And so yeah, if that's something you guys want to watch me do, there we go, I'll be happy to do it. I'm also considering SimCity. I've heard a lot of interesting stories about that game not quite working the way that people want it to, and so I'm a little leery of it. But again, if you guys want to see it, I might be willing to jump into it, and I think Andy might be as well, because I know you can do a lot of cool things with multiplayer, and so perhaps he'll be willing to jump in that with me, and that'll be a lot of fun. So let us know what you guys want to see us do, and of course we'll be able to discuss it a little bit, perhaps before this video even goes up, during our trip, because we are actually traveling to Austin together. We've traveled to Chicago many times. We are from Indiana. You could probably figure out where we live if you know where IU is, so that we're kind of giving that away pretty easily, but that's as detailed as I'm going to get for that. Now, to build ladders, is it like this? Yes, it is. Cool. I'm not sure how many we're going to need, but I think we're going to do that. Again, I want to build up in that tree, but I'm not exactly sure how far, so I think I'm going to need more than 9. So yeah, I'm recording this prior to South by Southwest. We are actually leaving Wednesday the 13th, which is considered to be the second weekend. That's just how it worked out. I was able to get off work, and so yeah, we'll be sort of getting into the final throes of the festival, and hopefully it'll be just as entertaining as what I've been seeing so far on the coverage of the first week. So let's see here. I don't know which side I want to cover up, because I do sort of want to build sort of a balcony which you can run around in. So I'm thinking that I want to cover up this side. That was the original thought, and so I think I'm just going to have to do that. So let me get rid of that, and oh yeah, so it needs to go there, there, and there, which is another reason why I think I want to. Yeah, so I think I'm going to start it here and go out 1, 2, probably 3 all the way around. I think that's what we'll do. So let's see. I know I've got a lot of wood stuff left over. Should we build it out of this? I don't know. We get out here and... Oh, not what I wanted to do. And of course that's taking a lot longer than I wanted it to. Yeah, dirt. Let's dirt it up. And then of course we'll replace this with whatever we decide to do, but I just want to have a safe ability to get around. And of course I feel way safer, I guess. Oh, actually let's use the shears on these. Ooh. Well, yeah, this is again kind of a combined survival series, running around the map doing, you know, cool stuff, also building in this texture pack. I haven't gotten really anybody that's like, you must build with, you know, this texture pack, or, you know, vanilla, which I wouldn't blame you if you know, got angry at me and decided that, you know, that was what I should be doing. So I appreciate you sticking with me and watching me do this in this texture pack, because again, I just love this. I'm really a big fan of what this looks like. But I'm also a fan of vanilla in its own special way. So let's see, do that. I'm just afraid I'm just going to step right off this if I'm not careful. And I keep saying this, I feel like I'm a broken record, but I am feeling a lot better as the days go on. So that is a good thing for you guys, because it just means that I can keep coming back to the computer and doing sort of marathon sessions of recording without feeling like I'm going to die. Ugh, man, that cold really took a lot out of me. I think it was the flu. I can't be 100%. I know it's pretty bad this season. That's what they've been saying at least. And, well, I'm alive. And so I thought I was, in the clear, and then it got really bad for, a while. And then, since then, I've just sort of been on the road to recovery and, got back to work. And, well, now that I'm, I'll be traveling, I'm just happy to be done with the whole thing, I hope. So hopefully traveling won't, do that. I'm recording this on the first day of daylight saving time. Yeah, that's one whole thing too, which we won't even get into that argument. But, yeah, so, it would probably just be easier if I open this up temporarily. And I didn't even place that one right anyway, so there we go. And so, it's just one day at a time, but I'm hoping to be, full-fledged as we head to Austin for the film festival. But I've got a lot of other things to catch up on before we leave, and so I'm hoping that I can get a lot of that stuff done, and that way I can do a little bit of relaxing. It is a job, in a sense. We do have to watch movies, and, there are worse things to do for a job than watch movies. But if you've never been to a film festival, if you've got, some money, I highly recommend it if you've got a film festival near your town. It doesn't cost a lot of money. Sometimes it does cost, the actual cost of going to a movie at a regular theater, but you'll be able to see a lot of different movies that you may not be able to check out at a normal cinema or a normal town. So those are really cool. If you have to do a little bit of traveling, totally worth it. Totally worth it. I'm a big fan of supporting film, and you know what? I did that wrong. I just wanted two, so let me go ahead and get rid of those. But yeah, obviously we're traveling quite a ways. We don't necessarily live in Texas, so that's one thing that we're privileged to be able to do. We are paying our own way. That's just a part of it sometimes. And, that's just it's always a good time, but at the same time, it is work, and it does kind of wear you out a little bit. Sort of after the first couple of days, you just kind of need a break every now and then. You're just like, oh, I don't know if I can sit through, 4 or 5 movies in a single day. So I'm hoping to distract myself a little bit with some of the musical aspects of South by Southwest that they have available to perhaps get me re-energized. And maybe I'll meet some people too. Maybe I'll meet some filmmakers or musicians, or both. I'm a big fan of the Foo Fighters, probably my favorite band. And Dave Grohl and crew will be there, and he's got that new movie, Sound City, which I've actually already seen, but if I have the opportunity to see it again on the big screen, I will definitely take advantage of that, because I am a big fan of Dave Grohl and his efforts, you could say. So yeah, I think I like the way that looks. So let's go ahead and travel back up. And actually, I don't know. I'm still not overly, I like the way these look, but these on the corners, I'm still kind of like, I don't know. But those are just minor details. The actual use of it works. The actual use, yeah, whatever, that makes sense. Let's see, I got torches, I got plenty of torches actually. Let me go ahead and put some of them in there. And I need some glass, and I think all my glass is actually at the very bottom of the basement. So what I'm hoping again to do is to travel to different places and apply my aesthetic to those places, my own design. And hoping that it's, different every time. But again, just like everybody else, you have your own building aesthetic that you will most likely, I forgot Junglewood, that people will apply to. Oh yeah, we got plenty of that. And, I probably should build, the sort of outside stuff with Junglewood, but maybe let me know what you think. Should I, build these with that, or should I just keep it oak, to keep it looking different? So I think I want to attempt to do all these. Yeah, I like the way that looks. So let's go ahead and just get rid of all this. But yeah, back to film festivals. So Andy and I, that's what we're doing. This will be our first major trip together. We've been friends for a while now, and we get along pretty well. I used to travel a lot when I was younger, and sort of as a young adult. I'm almost 30, just so you know, and haven't done a lot of traveling in the last few years, especially since I met my wife. She likes to travel. It's just that we weren't sort of doing a lot of traveling in our early relationship, because everything that we kind of wanted to do was luckily pretty close nearby. So that gave us the ability to kind of grow and learn about each other, doing different things around where we live. So have been married for about 8 months now, if I'm not mistaken. And so it's been an adventure sort of getting used to living with somebody else of the opposite gender. And I've lived on my own for a long time now, but I think she's been getting more sort of used to it than I am, which is fine. But you learn something new every day. That's all I can say about that. So yeah, there we go. We can come out and get an even better view of our jungle here. That's really cool. Like that. And let's see here. One of these just has to be closed off. That's the thing. One of these has to be closed off. And now that I'm, walking through here, we pretty much have destroyed our perspective from this end. So you can kind of come over here and look over there, kind of come over here and look over there. I want to make it welcoming, so I think I'm going to actually have to leave this one open and maybe border up both of them. I guess just equal opportunity. Border up both of them. I don't even think I have any more jungle wood to even attempt to do that, or even attempt to build more of a tree. Let me go. I think we used it all up in an episode or two ago. Oh yeah, we're tapped out on that, so I'll have to go cut some trees off air, as I like to say, and do that a little bit later. Oh yeah, so we're tapped out on that, which is fine. So the big old move to a new channel name and everything has seemed to gone pretty good so far, and that should be a permanent change for a while. Oh, we'll be able to click some when we dig up, so haha. And I don't, but then we're gonna have to apply that to some of this. So I could actually just put vines down instead of using ladders. That might be cooler to do. Let me chop those. I don't think we're gonna need fences in order to get those. Cool. And can I cut those from up here? Yeah, I'll have to do that. I don't like to wear out my tools more than I need to, so I'm always opting to do that. I'm gonna grab those. Go ahead and just chop those. Thank you, vines. Yeah, I think I'm going to use vines instead of ladders. That way it keeps, the tree aesthetic going. And it looks like, yeah, I'll definitely need to build this out, which is fine. Which it'll take us, a little bit longer. Probably have to go sacrifice a tree out there somewhere, but that's what they're for, right? So let's see, can I get this done in a couple minutes? I think I probably can. Oop, wrong tool. And let's see here. Let me go ahead and, border those up. So I guess I could put the vines on both sides. Is that going to hurt anything? I think I've seen that applied before. Oh yeah, we'll just do both. So you can just sort of grab both sides and just be like, ah ha ha, I'm a man, or a woman, either one. Again, equal opportunity. Don't want to have anybody not. Oh, or is it one or the other? Oh, it's one or the other, isn't it? Maybe you can't do it the way I want to, but that's fine. That's fine. And of course, I destroyed both of them. But hey, look. Perhaps those will grow. Oh, there we go. Well, let's see, left or right, left or right. Well, I guess we got most of it on the left, so we'll just do it that way. So yeah, you just keep climbing up, and then you'll end up on the second part. And I don't know, I want it maybe a little bit above the roof, so perhaps the first floor will be starting about right there, and probably do the same thing it's doing down there, but just come out maybe wider. Or do I do like 2 stories, almost like a square or a circle? That would look cool, I think, sort of almost like a lighthouse effect around the tree. So yeah, I think we'll do that probably in the next episode. So until then, subscribe to the channel if you like what you're seeing. I do appreciate all the support so far. Let me know what you think in the comments. And until next time, I'll be seeing you.